All right,
Yep.
we're on. Cael,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for driving during this terrible winter weather.
Oh man, it's nasty.
It is, and it's coming up to Perth, man. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart that you're going to be part of this. I'm really excited for this chat. I get excited by a lot of chats, but I'm excited by this chat because you have an incredible voice. Okay, you have a wonderfully powerful voice, and you've just had a release.
Yeah.
Wasting Light.
Yeah, Wasting Light, the first single off the new EP.
The new EP. Tell us about the EP.
Call it the first single, the single. There's 6 tracks on it. It's basically a collection of stuff I've been writing over the last 10 years or so.
Right.
And then, yeah, just kind of came up with the last song, the opening song, just on a whim. And yeah, kind of just ran with it from there.
Cool. Where did you record that one?
I recorded that at Emotion Studio down in West Busselton with Cael McLeish.
Oh, cool. Yeah, cool. Wasting Light, I like the track. Very clean, very crisp kind of track. When I heard it, I hear bits of like Creed, I hear Tenacious D, and a little bit of Bon Jovi. Like, is that accurate? Is there influences there?
The Creed and Tenacious D is definitely there. I've never been a huge Bon Jovi guy, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
But no, it's just me writing from what I do, and yeah, it's just if it's there and you can hear it, then good for me, I guess.
yeah. I mean, none of them are. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everyone's got their cup of tea, right? But certainly none of them are unsuccessful artists.
Oh, certainly not.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about the songs. Do you have a favorite in there?
Did you just ask me to pick my favorite child?
Well, maybe I did. No one else is going to hear this. It's okay. It's just between us. This is just a friendly conversation.
Look, I think Wasting Light is probably one of my favorite songs. That's why I chose it as a single. Just, it's kind of the song of, hey, stop being stuck in your own head and feel free to come back out into the world and be yourself, you know?
Do you feel like you've been in your head?
Oh, God, yeah. Who hasn't at this point? Let's be honest.
Because I mentioned at the start, you've got a wonderful voice.
Thanks.
And and I've seen you perform live.
Yeah.
Right? And a couple of times, and like you commit, like you have great conviction when you sing, and it's so entertaining. And I've no doubt that that's one of the key reasons why you are so busy as a singer, right, and as a solo artist. How have you developed that voice?
I've spent enough time in my bedroom just singing along to everything under the sun, you know. Just take a look at my Spotify playlist and it's a whirlwind of different stuff, and I like to think all of it's gone into crafting me as who I am as an artist, you know?
Yeah, okay. A lot of us sing along to songs.
Yeah.
But there's a difference, I think, when you hear someone like you that clearly doesn't just sing along. Like, there's got to be some analytics in there. There's got to be some learning, some growth to not just sing along to a song, but to actually make your voice sound so full.
It's a weird one, man. I feel like if there has been, it's all been very subconscious, and it's just learned through repetition of listening, through singing along to the same songs over and over again, and just developing it through just being exposed to it.
Yeah, wow.
I guess.
What a wonderful, annoying talent you have then, you know, like for the rest of us out here.
Yeah. It definitely makes it hard to explain how to do your own style. It really does.
Do you think you've got a good voice?
I mean, I'd like to hope I do, because otherwise I'm doing a whole lot of gigs and I'm annoying a whole lot of people.
Nah, surely not. Are there parts of your voice that when you listen back to it that you're not happy with?
If I've done a performance that I feel is bad, I can tell. Like, I can hear, I was a bit flat on that note. I shouldn't have gone for my vibrato here. I should have gone for my falsetto instead of that belt, you know.
Yeah, wow.
There are times when I'm very critical of my own performance and everyone else is just like, sounds fine. It's just like, it sounds fine, but fine's not always good, you know?
And I guess that's what I mean by like, you know, being self-aware and reflecting on what you're seeing. And I guess like knowing when you're not hitting a note, I think is like such a skill to help you develop as a singer. It's like a trombone, man. Like there's no valve or spot. It's just like somewhere there or somewhere there is like where the note's got to be, right? Except with a voice, like you can't see it. And I think that's why like I'm so inspired by people that can sing just like really well. And I think because of that, like you do a lot of gigs. Like how many gigs are you doing every month?
It varies, man. The winters are a bit quieter, obviously, but summer, I think last spring I did like 20 gigs in 3 months.
Yeah, unreal.
It was a lot. I don't think I had a proper quiet weekend to myself, and a lot of them I was doubling up as well.
Yeah.
Like I remember last year in June we had the tornado relief.
Yes, the local aid, I think.
Yeah, and we did that one, and we did the Prince show together that night.
Yeah.
And then I think I still did something either the night before or the night after. I can't quite remember perfectly, but yeah, there was a lot like that.
So how do you go, because you know, a number of the people that kind of watch this are artists of different levels, right?
Yeah.
How does one go from being an open mic artist, they're playing to, you know, on a weeknight typically or whatever, to a group of people, like what does it take to that next step to go and do pub gigs like you do and you know, beer gardens and those sorts of things?
Harassment is probably the word I'd use.
Yeah, wow.
Find the right people, get in their ears, and when you're getting in their ears, make sure you've got something to prove. Okay.
Let's break that down. So you obviously started pub gigs and singing as a solo artist at some point. What did you send people? Like where was your resume? Did you go with your guitar in front of them? Like
for a lot of the super early local shows, I went to venues with my guitar and said, hey, I'd like to get a gig here. Can I play something for you and have a bit of an audition?
Was that nerve-wracking?
Oh, hell yeah. Beyond. But I was lucky that I'd already gone through years of going to Rock and Roll High, doing little school productions and little things like that I'd kind of gotten over the stage fright part of it early on.
Yeah, okay.
And you know, it's one thing to say I can play for 30 people, no problem. But when the one guy that you're playing for is the one guy with an opinion, that gets a little bit tricky.
Yeah, fascinating. And so you've done that. You build up some confidence, right? But you've also got like a booking agent as well.
Yeah, I've been working with Tom Mantle at Big Tomo Presents.
Yeah.
He's an absolute legend.
He's around the place. He's everywhere.
He is.
Yeah. So what does a booking agent do? And that may sound stupid, right? But what does a booking agent do for you?
For me, it's a lot of, hey, there is this gig. Are you available to fill? Yeah. That's mostly what I do, because a lot of what Tomo does for me as a solo artist is very much more cover-centric than getting out to do my original stuff. But there's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy doing the cover stuff. Wouldn't be here if I didn't. Yeah, and there's a lot of enjoyment to playing live music, full stop. Yeah. You know, and getting your name out there, getting your brand out there. Did you have to give Tomo anything? Like how do you go from not having a booking agent to a booking agent? God. Or did he just hear of your phenomenal skills? I think when we first met, it was through, you know, one guy said, I've got this gig. Right. Do you want to do it? And then I got onto Tomo because it was through him. So it's a lot of just crossing paths through that. And then I think we had friended each other on Facebook or something like that. And a couple weeks later, I did a solo show and I live streamed it. Ah. And I like to live stream a lot of my cover shows because, you know, it's good for me because, as we said, going back to the whole self-reflection thing. If I go back and I watch a live stream where I felt like I wasn't at my peak, it's a lot easier to analyze that and go, I felt that, but that sounds good. Whereas it's a lot harder to go and do a good gig and then hear all the bad notes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, wow.
But through that, I think is how he found me as my solo artist self. And yeah, we kind of went from there.
Yeah, cool. And how much of because, being a musician is more than just rocking up with your guitar and playing.
Yeah.
How much of the admin and legwork does the booking agent take off your hands?
Quite a bit. I mean, especially because most of what Tomo does for me is up here in Perth.
Yeah, right.
I'm a lot more likely to do the legwork for the local shows than in Bunbury.
Yeah.
Whereas up here, it's more the offer comes up and I get to take it.
Yeah. Did you ever find as well the booking agent got you a price that you may not have had, like a performance fee that you may not have had the confidence to ask for yourself?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so you may have felt like, I guess, more valued, I guess, as a muso.
Yeah, I've never felt more valued than when I've been working with Tomo.
That's cool. I love that. And so you do these gigs. Like, is there a plan? Like, is there a direction that Cael is heading on that is your pathway to be at a certain level or to tick off boxes? Like, are there goals in mind, Cael?
Not really, man. I just want to share my music because, it says, first line in my bio, always has been, is I'm a guy with a song in my head or the idea on how to write one. And I'd like to be able to put that out there. That's the whole point of putting out my EPs, even if you're making like 0.1 of a cent every stream, It's I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
I'm doing this because I want my music to be out there for someone to listen to. I'm still playing songs like Wasting Light and Everywhere But Anywhere at all of my cover shows as well.
Yeah.
So to be able to go, oh, hey, I really enjoyed that second song you did. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's on Spotify. Check it out. That's here.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this is all for, is so I can keep doing that.
Yeah, cool. I love that. And I also find it fascinating, like, how do you write? We've got these songs. I noticed it had been 10 years since your last stuff on Spotify, right? So it's some time for some of these songs to gestate in theory, but I don't know, like, how do you go from an idea to the song being recorded on the EP?
That's such a hard question to answer. It is weird because I'm coming from the background of I've played drums for Lines of Conviction, doing all that kind of stuff. So when I'm sitting there writing an acoustic song, I'm never just hearing, this is my guitar, this is my vocal, that's it.
Yeah,
I'm always hearing like, oh, this bit would be sick with an actual solo on it. Oh, this bit would be really cool if there was like a huge drum roll right there. So for me, getting in to work with Caleb and doing everything that I have through this EP process has been hugely beneficial because this isn't just writing the song. This is extracting the full idea out of my head. Yeah,
cool. And surely, like, being a multi-instrumentalist and drawing from the skill set of being a drummer and being a guitarist and being a vocalist too, like.
Yeah.
That's like 3/4 of most bands, right? You know? And the composition must make, I assume, that like a bit of an easier process.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
Honestly, the hardest part for me is lyrics.
Right.
And that's why it's taking so long for me to actually write more solo material. As I said, most of these songs are going back 10 years or so now.
Yeah, okay.
And it's taken this long to get there. But it's because I get so stuck on trying to write an actual cool lyric that I just kind of forget what I was trying to say in the first place and just skip it.
Yeah, okay. How do you nurture that? How did you overcome that to end up with 6 tracks?
Well, 5 of them are the old ones, and then the title track, Everywhere But Anywhere, just kind of came out.
Okay.
It sounds like such a cliche to say it wrote itself, but it kind of did.
Yeah, wow.
The story behind that one is I was actually having a real hard time tracking drums for one of the songs on the Too Long Between Drinks album with LOC. I was gone. And we broke for lunch. Wasn't feeling so hungry, so I just grabbed one of the guitars off the studio wall and came up with that riff.
Yeah, wow.
And by the time he comes back half an hour earlier, it's just like, hang on, I've got this. And just start kind of humming something.
Love that.
A couple of weeks before, I'd been working with my mother at a school in Bunbury.
Right.
That's an EA. We'd just come back from holiday in Bali. I came back feeling a bit under the weather. I had gastro.
Right.
And, I was describing it as, I can see you, but I can't see you at all. I know you're talking to me. I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of it.
Right.
And in that process, I was talking to my mate, and it's just like, I'll catch up with you in a couple of weeks, but right now my head's everywhere but anywhere it's meant to be. And the very next message was, if you steal that, we're going to have words, because I think I just found my song.
Yeah, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to play a song for us.
Yeah.
This is going to be very cool. What song are we going to play?
I'm going to play Wasting Light, which is the single.
Yeah, great. Why did you choose that track?
Well, it's one of the easiest ones to get into without having to break it down of which guests gets to be on the single instead of just me. Yeah. But it's just, it's one of the songs I've played the most live, so I felt like it would be one of the more recognizable ones.
Yeah.
It's one that I actually have done before through Cert 4 in music.
Yep.
Kind of a Taylor's version, let's be honest. It's me doing it to get it back for myself and put it under my own label. So
yeah, brilliant. I can't wait. I'm, like I said, I've had the pleasure of seeing you play. The first time I ever saw you play was the Tornado Aid gig we did in the Southwest.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, because I'd obviously followed you, I'd heard about you, but to see you in the flesh, I was like, I can see exactly why you're as busy as you are.
Yeah.
You get the gigs that you get. And then to back it up with that Prince of Wales gig that we did, and then you're on drums just smashing out. You even, I think, was singing one of the songs. You did lead vocals in one of the songs while drumming.
We did Higher that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is a talented guy. So I'm so chuffed, man, to have you here. And I look forward to seeing hearing the rest of the EP. I've loved Wasting Light. Can't wait to hear that. And I guess just sort of see what rolls out for you for the rest of 2025, man. So
yeah, I'm hoping some cool things. I'd like to travel a bit, hopefully get some music on the road.
Yeah.
But I also really got to dedicate this to the people that helped me get there,
Yeah, okay.
I've had one of my absolute favourite mentors, Jaden Williamson, played drums on all of the tracks. The original bassist of LOC, Ash Nardini, played bass on half of them.
Yeah, cool.
We've had Brandon Richards play bass on the other half. But more than that, it's getting to work with some really cool people that are all my friends. I've got Livid Lilith, who I believe you did some touring with.
I have. She is a talent. She is a damn talent.
She absolutely took Save Me and turned it up to 10.
Yeah.
I've gotten to work with Sophia Watt, who was, I believe, one of the finalists on The Voice a couple of years ago. She's doing a hell of a lot of good stuff. I'm working with Ethan Hay through meeting her, who played piano on Wasting Light. And I've got May Rochelle, who sang a couple of the backing parts on Everywhere But Anywhere and Roll On.
Yeah, cool, man.
It's just, getting to work with all of these people and then getting to master it with James Newhouse, all these great people that I sometimes feel I don't actually have a right to be working with, but they're all here wanting to help me make such a cool product. That's what makes it awesome to me.
It's a cool network, I reckon. The scene we've got here in WA, the music scene, and the live music scene, and musicians working together. Like you said, you start something, and before you know it, there's just all these amazing people around you.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of feel right now, man. So I can't wait to hear this, Wasting Light, and best of luck for the rest of the year, man.
Thanks, man. Look into my eyes, don't ever feel like you're alone. I don't wanna hear the cries when you think that you're on your own. Look into my eyes, they'll always be here. Through all the lows and all the highs, will help you hide your fear. Stop standing there in the dark, you're wasting light. For bitter hearts have left a mark, it's you who can make it right. Listen to the sound so pleasant in the air. I may not always be around, but you know that I'm always there. Just follow your heart when you can't find the path to take. I was with you from the start, remember we all make mistakes. Stop standing there in the dark, you're wasting light. For bitter hearts have left a mark, it's you who can make it right. Whoa. It's you who can make it right. I know you feel down on yourself. You know that we all do. But just keep believing in yourself. And you know that you'll pull through. Stop standing there in the dark, you're wasting light. Your bright side so much more than a spark, it's your soul, let it burn higher. Stop standing